Welcome back, friends, to another edition of Morgan Dollar Mondays with Massabesic Gold and Silver. This week I am comparing mint marks on these two beautiful Morgan Silver dollars. Spoiler alert, they are different, so I hope you stick around for that. I am Dean with Massabesic Gold and Silver. Thank you so much for stopping in and checking out my channel today. Out of all the coin channels on YouTube, you stumbled across mine, so I hope you watch a ton of my content and put a ton in the comments. Let's just jump right in here with this beautiful 1900 Morgan Silver dollar. This is a beautiful gem coin. According to Miller, because of the large mintage of 12,590,000, the 1900 exhibits a wide variation in strike. Many pieces are very poorly struck, particularly on the reverse. Others appear to have been struck with excessive pressure. Metal flow is very evident and details are indistinct. This is a beautifully struck coin. Lots of details. One of the reasons why I purchased it. Really beautiful luster, and I like that little hint of toning as well. But the other 1900 that I purchased is not so nice. Well, to me it's nice, but some people would say it's very worn, and it definitely has seen a lot of circulation. I think overall it's a beautiful looking coin, has a nice original look to it with that nice gray patina on it. Just really, really nice. But you will notice that the mint mark is a little different. So as we kind of do a deep dive here into these two mint marks, let's start comparing them right now at a difference just to see if you're noticing any difference here in how the O looks like compared to the other. Yes, I know this is a mint state coin and the other is a lower grade. So those of you who want to test your grading ability, try to guess the grade on this beautiful coin. We will take a closer look here with the loop so you can see some of the surfaces here up close. You can see the wear and you can make a guess on what you think the grade is. Yeah, there's some marks here in the field. I'm surprised it wasn't called a scratch, but hey, I'm not a professional grader, but whatever. This coin did get a straight grade. Again, just saying how nice the patina looks in this coin. It just has a really even look to it. Not necessarily dirty, but definitely has just a nice patina in the silver. Very cool. No colors, but hey, I'll take this all day long. It has a great look to it. And you can see that there is a lot of detail left on this Morgan dollar. The obverse does look really nice. The reverse equally as nice. A lot of details left in the eagle. You can still see some of the feathers. Even in the wreath, you can see a lot of the leaves and such. Just really beautiful. But let's take this first look here at the mint mark, and if you can spy it, you will see 2 CCs under the O mint mark. This is really cool. According to Van Allen and Malice, there are 6 different varieties of the 1900 CC that are known to exist. I am also noticing right here that there is a die clash right next to the wreath. That is very cool. For those of you who don't know what a die clash is, it's when the planchet fails to get loaded between the two dies. The dies come together and they imprint on one another, and you get to see the coin in that way. Here's another view of the mint mark of the CC underneath the O. It looks very cool. I just think that this is a great variety own, and for those of you playing along at home for what grade this is a VG8. I think it definitely appears to be a VG8 according to the ANA guidelines. It just looks great, and it's a great VAM to own. Let's take a little closer look here at the mint mark on this coin that is in mint state. You really can see how defined this O is, and when you compare it to the other, you really do see that there is a difference. So how did this happen? Well, Miller tells us it probably occurred when several working dies were located at the then defunct Carson City Mint and shipped to Philadelphia. In 1900, the New Orleans Mint requested more working dies, and remember that all hubs and dies for all silver dollars were prepared at the Philadelphia Mint. And so after imperfectly covering over the CC, mint mark. The O mint mark was punched into several of these working dies, and this is what you get. You get the O over CC, and like I said, this is a VAM. VAM, of course, is the abbreviation of Van Allen and Malice, two gentlemen who went through hundreds and, well, really thousands of Morgan dollars and peace dollars, finding little varieties in each of them. And for Van Allen, there is Van Allen and Malice. There is the VAM Top 100 for Morgans, and a lot of people like to collect them because they're very popular. This is one of those VAMs that's found in the Top 100, so it is sought after. And one of my viewers, I won't mention his name, but he sent me a picture of his Mint State 1900 O over CC, which is a beautiful, beautiful coin, and I'm really glad that he shared it with me. When we look at the mint mark on my coin, you can just make out the double C, just barely there. This is just a really, really nice VAM overall. It's just really fascinating to see this, to catch a glimpse of the minting process, especially right here, like looking at this die clash again. I'll throw up an example of the die clash on a mint state coin. It's a very common die clash. It's actually the back of Liberty's cap from the obverse of the coin that shows up here on the reverse, because like I said, the planchet was failed to be loaded between the two dies, and those two dies came together and imprinted the details onto one another, which is different from what happened with the mint mark. This is not a die clash. This is simply they didn't scrape off all of the C, or fill it in, I should say, and then they punched the O into the die over that old CC. So you get a little bit of that CC left over, which makes a ton of people excited. Pretty much all the nerds out there like myself. It's just really fun to find a variety like this and look at great coins, especially this coin here. I just love the luster on this coin and just the phenomenal strike on this 1900 O. And like I said, very inexpensive, but you always want to look at the strike, even in high grades for O mints, because they can, for the New Orleans mint, because they can have a flatter look to them. But this one definitely does not. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed watching this video about VAMs and about die clashes and the minting process, and a little bit of Carson City Mint and New Orleans little mint history. And of course, until we meet again, stay safe and continue to enjoy.